Welcome to Gamers Rise Up. I am Micah Rock and Roll here with Sam Schild and Melisande Osnes on the world's greatest video game culture podcast. Whoa. We got what is that, a $10 bill on your...
Yeah, this is a $10. This is a lighter. This reminds me every day to shoot for the stars. Go big or go home.
Look at mine.
Whoa. We're sharing. That's awesome.
That's like an NYPD lighter. Right?
That lighter's ready to go break up some protests. As always, we have a YouTube channel where you can see the video version of Gamers Rise Up. You can see all our beautiful faces. How have y'all been? Been a crazy week.
Yeah, because your job, is that what you mean?
Yeah, for me, yeah.
Yeah.
I am on my way to being unemployed, baby.
It's okay. This podcast is really going to pick up some steam. We're
Hell
gonna
yeah.
start making a living with this.
That's right. That's
That'd be
right.
sick. I'm down. Yeah, go off. Queens, go off.
Mike Manolo and I hit up the Clan this weekend, or when was that?
Oh, yeah.
Was it Sunday?
Friday? Saturday? I think it was Saturday night, maybe. And there was a Smash Brothers tournament going on, and we got to see some very cool neurodivergent handshakes before and after games. Actually, one moment that was pretty funny was one of the guys who almost won the tournament, I think, or he was Captain Falcon, and he lost kind of in the bottom of the ninth, and he emerged in the front of the bar, kind of looking at his phone, seeing if he'll get recognized. Maybe he could get a little bit of post-melee pussy. And I fear he was not successful. But it was an amazing thing to see.
Yeah, it was kind of cool. We didn't know it was going down. In case there was a glitch in your audio, Sam said we went to Brooklyn, which is like a video game bar here in Brooklyn that has a LAN PC room with 15, 20 PCs set up, and then they have a video game area in the back where you can set up your own systems, and they put together tournaments and they live stream them, and it's a cool little bar. I've only been there a handful of times, but it was a fun surprise to bump into a Smash Brothers tournament where people are screaming and cheering at a sports bar at the Super Bowl. It's pretty cool to be around that true gamer energy. It really made me feel like a poser, because I was like, oh man, I'd love to play Smash, but then you're like, there's no way I would last a second with these pros. These guys are doing all kinds of techniques I've never even seen before. It was pretty wild.
When we walked into the bar, it was very warm in there.
There's nothing quite like the energy gamer boys give off when they're mid-battle.
True. There was a lot of gamer girls there too, or at least supportive girlfriends, one of the two.
Well, I'm good for them for having them.
Yeah.
Everyone knows Smash Bros is as a bitch's game too. We love that shit.
It's a good way to smash.
Yeah.
It was sort of like a giant belly button, but it was a fun. I'm just kidding. It was great. It was cool.
Was the smell atrocious, or?
It smelled mostly like beer. They were filling the beers up right to the brim.
Oh yeah.
Appreciate it.
That was pretty wild.
Karate dojo.
And then I was beer on pretty much everybody, including myself. But other than that, it was a fun time.
Yeah, it was good to catch up in person. Great to be around gamers of all types and stripes, all levels of neurodivergency. We support all gamers here. You're all welcome. We are an equal opportunity.
We all have it too,
Yeah.
We wouldn't be here if we weren't. Yeah, you can say the word if you have it.
We understand that. We understand that Chad gamers like us are not the norm.
Yeah.
We understand that people with our immaculate bone structure is kind of an anomalous group in the gamer world, but we make space for everybody here at Gamers Rise Up.
That's right. We're all about gamers' rights.
Gamers' rights. That's right. Maybe we could rip this one off. I actually do have another gamer submission.
Oh, boy.
Wow.
I believe we called this one Geek Squad.
Oh, yeah. It's time for Sam's Geek Squad segment. And actually, I saw the guy at Brooklyn hand you the paper.
Yeah.
Sam's getting famous.
Yeah, he's like, "Are you Sam Schild? You're the only one who can help me." And he handed Sam this note.
And I kind of was like, "Whoa, not in public." I like to keep these animals at an arm's length. But this one is the title at the top of the note is "Feeling Hurt and Undesirable."
Oh no.
Took a chance and texted her asking if we could play Club Penguin together when she got home. The response, "If you want." God, that is hurtful. Like, yes, obviously I want to. I'm insanely into Club Penguin, and I asked, but do you want to? Because it doesn't seem like that from the response. So now I just wish I could sink into the ground and remain there forever. Now, the thing about this is Club Penguin is a game that some people grow out of. And to me, if this is just my opinion, I think if you started a relationship with somebody and you were both Club Penguin players, all of a sudden there's not as much of an urge. I'm assuming they're probably playing Habbo Hotel with somebody else. Now that's just my interpretation. What do you guys think?
Well, I have a feeling. So Club Penguin was popular when I was a little baby, and so I'm assuming Gen Alpha's not on Club Penguin. Are they? Because that seems like a little it seems now nostalgic. So they have to be 30.
I mean,
is all I'm saying.
The man was 38 years old.
38. You asked. That's good. That's hard, man. That's real hard. Because she's not into you.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
I think I agree.
Yeah, the fact, you're overanalyzing, right.
So I think this step we're gonna have to have this guy take is to just have him kill himself. I think that's pretty much the only solution for this. Or
he has to out her on Club Penguin.
Yes, out her on Club Penguin, or get into Habbo Hotel and find a baddie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Find a baddie in the hotel.
Yeah, this is true. There's multiple places. You could find a baddie on Maple Story. You could find a baddie on what's that VR game? The VR chat.
VR chat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a huge world out there, and if a girl's not into you, you know what? Don't waste any feelings on a trick who isn't feeling you. There's a special someone out there and would
Mhm.
love to
I
play Club Penguin with you.
I know Sam said suicide, but I'm thinking maybe a step further, a murder suicide,
Yeah,
Yeah,
there you go.
because she deserves it.
yeah.
If she
See,
doesn't
it's
want to play Club Penguin with you, she doesn't get to play anything else with anybody else.
see
That's good.
if I'm an employer and I see on your resume suicide, I'm not going to take it as seriously as someone who's got murder suicide on there because that means that that person took the initiative and there's also some passion involved.
They're a
Yeah,
team player.
hmm So, folks,
they
if you've
go
got an
the
issue
extra
like
mile.
yeah, exactly, folks, if you got an issue like this, please feel free to email me at all lowercase sjvideorg and at gmail.com, and I'll read your story on the pod. And just send along a couple of feed pics and your geolocation, and we'll be in business.
I think I was too old for Club Penguin. I missed out. I vaguely
Mm,
remember my sisters playing it. What was the point? Is it? Could you
no
type
point.
to each other? You could chat.
Yeah,
So
Yeah,
it's like a
there's like a
digital
chat
chat
element.
room.
but you couldn't cuss, or
Okay,
could
yeah.
you?
You
I would
can't
imagine they had
cuss.
a filter.
You can't cuss. In Habba Hotel, if you would type a curse word, it would replace it with Baba,
Mm,
Obba,
That's
which
funny.
now is which is kind of like a precursor to the Bob Duke, if you ask me.
it created him.
Um, yeah, it was like isometric, kind of isometric, but you
Yeah.
can't switch around. It's like, yeah,
And you could
I
could you
think
throw
it's
snowballs at each other? Was that
you
something
could
you
throw
could
Yeah,
do?
snowballs.
there were
You
like
could throw
little
snowballs.
activities you could do, I think.
Interesting.
Did you ever get into Webkins?
I remember the
Yeah, yeah, of
name.
course.
I
No.
got way into Webkins because you had to buy those little animals that go along with it.
hmm
Is that
I would steal
Neopets?
money
Is that like
from my father.
Neopets?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was like
Eh,
you buy a stuffed animal and it gives you a code, and then you could go online,
Oh,
and then you can play that stuffed animal in your little house. It was like a Animal Crossing, but if you had to pay real money for all of the neighbors.
got it. That's kind of
Um,
cool. I like that combo, physical real world product plus game to play. I always like
yeah.
that combination. I've never participated in anything like that, but I always thought it was a cool idea.
We should make our own, but with like those super hot anime figurines where you can look up
yeah,
their skirts.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Because there's a demographic.
Oh
I don't
hell
know.
yeah.
No, I don't know on this specific issue. I don't know if you guys have ever conducted like a research project like this, but I used to work at Nintendo Labs, and what I would do is pause when this is just like a research project I did. I would pause when Princess Peach was doing her spin kick attack and kind of angle it just to make sure that you couldn't see her pussy.
Yeah.
Because I wanted to, it was sort of like a
Yeah.
play test for kids, just to see, just to make sure that it was appropriate.
So
No, that's
important.
when I realized I was a bisexual.
Right.
Because I was like,
Is-
I don't think any straight girlies are trying to look at Princess Peach's skirt.
oh
Hell
God.
yeah. Do you did you ever see those like when I think it was Melee first came out and you could like pause the screen and angle everything, or
Oh,
people were like
yeah.
releasing like just mocked up like funny like photos that look like Bowser's fucking like
Yeah.
Captain
Yeah.
Falcon and shit.
Yes.
That was a fun time.
That was
People are so
Yeah.
creative.
Yeah, I was a very rageful kid. So when I would play Super Smash Brothers, I would take pictures of me like stabbing a character that I would always lose to. And
That's
I would
how Sam
also,
learned Photoshop.
and I would also, you can in Super Smash Brothers Brawl, you could like build your own maps. So I would build
Oh
like
yeah.
I would build like spike death traps and just throw Ike in there and have him bounce around. And one time my dad walked in and he was like, what game is this? It's just like standing in the ledge.
None of your
And I was
business,
like,
Dad.
Dad,
I
fuck
call it
you.
Sam's best day ever.
Oh no.
God.
That guy in the spike pit is my gym teacher.
It's named Dad. Then you show him all of your Sims characters and they all look like him. They're all trapped in their own little boxes pissing themselves.
Loved in Sims 2, if you would try to imprison a Sim on the PlayStation 2, they would do this little motion like they're digging, and they would like just appear on the other side of your house, like they cut out,
Aw.
and they would leave you a message on your phone that was like so kind of like calculated and cold. Like, not really. They were just like, "Hey, we really didn't have a good experience the last time we were at your house, and we're not gonna like come over anymore." And it was just like, wow. Hearing that as an 8-year-old, you're just like, what a bitch. But like, if you hear that as like a 22-year-old, you're like, wow, that's I'm gonna kill myself.
Or like, I respect that they're setting boundaries.
Yeah,
They don't
yeah,
want to
yeah.
be saw trapped in my weird psychotic household that I deleted all of the pool exits.
Isn't like the victims of the human centipede escape, and they send him an email like, "Hey, that was really not chill at all," and like,
I don't think we're coming back to your murder cabin.
Yeah, I don't think we're gonna be coming back next year for Christmas or fucking anything.
My asshole still has scars from the stitch marks.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think I'm gonna be able to sit down for a while.
Mm-hmm.
Let alone hang out.
No way, Jose. Let's wait till those scars heal and then maybe we'll talk.
I only ever played, I think it was Sims 2, on a Windows PC back in the day.
Super powered.
Yeah,
It destroys computers.
Man, what a crazy that what do you call it? Series just had a crazy run for a minute there.
Oh yeah.
It was like
I
everybody
think
was. It's the first time like it got non-gamers into a game in a big way.
Oh, it
I
got
remember.
women into gaming.
Yeah.
And then people started saying Sims wasn't a game.
Of course.
That's so funny. God.
No, it was. I think that psychologists should ditch all of the other tests and just like let a kid sit down and play The Sims for a while. I think it'll tell people a lot about their psyche.
Oh yeah.
Like fuck Rorschach. Is your child gonna build a cute house and make their parents fuck, or are they gonna torture these people? Because honestly, one or the other, and either way, your kid is mentally ill.
Right.
Because I was just honestly, I just wanted to build the houses and run away.
Yeah.
And then my sister tortured the humans, and but always it was like the same way in which I tortured bugs as a kid, where it was just through neglect. Yeah. Because I killed more bugs in my lifetime than like some psycho with a magnifying glass, and it was out of love. I would just catch them and be like, "You're my friends forever now," and put them in a little box and forget about them. And my little sister did the same with Sims. There were so many dead bodies.
That's hilarious. Yeah,
imagine your dad.
Go ahead.
Imagine your dad's like, "Why are all the Sims you're torturing women? What? Why are they all dressed like your girlfriend? I don't understand." Isn't Sims? It's in the 4th one now, but isn't it still popular or not really?
Oh, it's still popular.
I would imagine it is. Yeah. I mean, probably
the run you were referring to is just like the Sims 2 era, where they made a new game like every 2 seconds, or
yeah, like an expansion pack, and each expansion pack was huge. And anytime my dad had to install it on our computer, I think he cried a little bit. because he was like, "This is gonna be the one that kills it."
Explodes the computer. It was
Honestly,
like Sims 2 era was also, I think, when it was like spreading out into consoles too. I think like I think it
yeah,
started on PC only, if I'm remembering, and then they like
all
made
the
all
other
like these
games.
specialty Sims games for like GameCube and PS2, and yeah,
There is
Messed up.
kind of there's Herbs Sims in the City. Do you remember that?
yeah,
URBZ, and then the logo was like spray painted on like a brick wall.
What?
Herbs Sims in the City. Herbs came
you know, Urban Sims.
urban, and they were all like dressed like rappers and stuff, and had like complete caricatures.
You could
That was
give
on
him a
Game
gun.
yeah,
It was like one of those times you're like at your cousin's house or something. You have a Game Boy Advance, and they have like weird games that you don't have, and so you
yeah.
just pop one in, and it was Herb Sims in the City.
That's such a real thing where you go to a friend's house and you just see their game collection. It's the most fucked up thing you've ever
Yeah.
seen in your life. You have I don't care about any of these games. What the fuck?
Oh God, I remember that there's a you guys know Menards? There's that regional.
Menards.
Oh, it's a grocery store, right?
Menards, it's a hardware store. I think it's just a Midwest thing.
Oh.
Okay.
But it's like a big box hardware store, and and this was in like late PlayStation 2 era. They had this kind of like big bin of shit, like a media bin, like in the front. This is like a hardware store, and some of the things they had in there were PlayStation 1 games that were like new and in shrink wrap, which like didn't make any sense, but they were completely weird. And the one that we got, the only one that was like remotely seemed kind of like a game, because the other ones just had like weird pictures on them, and it was like a sports trivia game, like a basketball. It was just so weird to like buy a new PlayStation 1 game in like 2007 probably. And then when it was just like, and it was in a hardware store, it just made no sense. It was so fucking weird.
And the one you went for was sports trivia, which shouldn't even be a fucking game. That's just homework.
I think the other ones are like maybe religious or something. But I just remember the one we got, like, you know, kind
That
of like
makes sense.
story, like digital storybooks vibe. And then, but so we got this one that had a basketball on it, and it was sports trivia. On the PlayStation 1. We probably still have it.
You're reminding me of like what was the most weird game we owned. And speaking of religious, you know, the original Nintendo had like a religious game. I can't remember what it was called, like the Bible or something like that. And it was actually decently fun, but they made a sequel for the Super Nintendo. And
The New Testament.
yeah, exactly. But my parents were super religious, and they must have had some catalog where they found this game, and it was called Super Noah's Ark 3D for the Super Nintendo. And it was like it didn't have its own like internal guts. You had to put a different game on it so it could like use the chip in a different game to run.
Oh my god!
It's so bizarre. And it was just a Doom. It was a Doom clone where you had to like put animals to sleep.
We gotta shout out James Rolfe, the angry video game nerd. He covered this game, which is the only reason I know about it. But that's crazy that you like experienced it in your real life, because he just would have like videos. He had like one video, I think it was the Christmas special, so he just did like religious games.
That's funny.
So he didn't actually encounter it in his organic life, but it's crazy that you like.
Yeah, I mean we
game.
laughed at it quite a bit. It was not a very good game, unfortunately.
You shoot it like sheep, right?
Yeah, you shoot
It's a
sleeping
slingshot.
pills to like put you're Noah, you're on the ark, and the animals are getting out of hand, and you have to
I
like.
don't remember that in the Bible.
Yeah, exactly.
Noah with a gun, a trank
Slingshot.
gun.
He shot him with a slingshot.
Oh,
But still, it was very, very strange, even concept for.
I thought it was like you gotta make these animals fuck.
Yeah.
You gotta like sex these animals. It's easy with the lion because one's got the hair, but when you get to snakes, you really gotta start probing.
Yeah. Just close up. You're just using the dual sticks to like,
You're like,
make
"You the
thumbs
girl?"
spread apart a cloaca. Oh, I love Supernova Religious Breeder 3D. It's fucking awesome.
I'm learning so much about animals' dicks. Have you seen a dog's? That shit's crazy. I was not expecting. You know, the duck one. Not great
Corkscrew?
either.
This is crazy.
These things come in all shapes and sizes.
I've just been doing a lot of research on genitalia and, all types.
It's a project I'm working on.
I gotta go to the library.
I have a couple. I have a couple vision boards up right now. They're kind of guiding me through the process. I follow a lot of really cool artists on Instagram. I actually found a sports trivia game. It's called Power Play Sports Trivia.
I saw
sent
this link.
I sent the link in the chat.
Was it
Power
fucking
Play Sports
awesome? Did you love it?
No, it was so stupid. It was like not even like any 3D animation in place. It was like slides with like some like elevator music, like Jeopardy type shit in the background. While
Who
you're
buys
like,
that game?
We did, us morons. I'm so stupid.
How long did you play it before you realized you were stupid?
Not even like 2 seconds. It was just this moment of like, you know what? I'm leaving Menards, and suddenly there's this cool realization that they sell video games at Menards, and so you have to get it.
You have to be a part of that kind of cultural.
Right.
Absolutely.
But in reality, it's just.
It's just a trivia
it's a
game.
bummer.
Really stupid.
It is
Have
awesome.
you ever
though.
played?
Oh,
no, you go.
I was just gonna say it is awesome though when you buy like some weird ass budget ass game and it's super fun.
Like Bus
Yes.
Simulator.
Yeah, exactly. Speaking of, got the latest. There's a new version. Didn't even realize.
Ooh.
Also on sale, $3.
I gotta start it. I keep not doing it, but I got like a couple days off, so maybe I'll get into it. I'm almost done with the Stardew Valley obsession.
Yeah, I need to get back into playing real games, but
Nah, it is a real game.
How is it not a real game? Huh?
It's the realest game.
I
You gotta
wondering.
get that gold star.
Exactly. I actually
Do you
did.
guys ever-
Oh, go for it.
Oh, I was just gonna ask. Did you guys ever play the Guitar Hero, the instrument games?
Yeah.
At friends' houses.
I found like
Rock
a bunch
Band?
of it in the dumpster one year. I guess I think that the new whatever, maybe like Xbox 360 came out, or I don't know, one of them. So everybody was throwing out their old Xboxes and all of the things associated because like rich college kids don't give a fuck. And so I found like 3 Xboxes.
That's insane.
A bunch of PS2s, I think. And then all I needed was to buy the cables. And then I had like 2 drum sets and like 2 guitars. And I fucked that game up. It was so fun.
That's awesome.
Hell yeah!
It's the only reason I know of the Ramones.
That's valid. That's valid. That's a common path we all walk at the PlayStation 2.
That's great. Man.
God, my buddy had the Rock Band on the PlayStation 3, and we were fucking at sleepovers. We were all like a band. It was fucking crazy, bro. We played all 4 instruments.
It is
It was
fun.
so stupid. It's rocking.
Did you know, I guess Fortnite has like these weird game modes, and one of them is like Fortnite Festival or something, and they're basically
of course.
they you can use all those Rock Band instruments in Fortnite to play
What?
they're I think
Oh.
they're partnering with the people who made Rock Band or Guitar Hero, one of the two, and they're releasing music in Fortnite. Like Fortnite is trying to be like the metaverse or whatever. Like you can play all kinds of different games inside it. Also, like Billie Eilish is doing a concert inside of
Oh
Fortnite.
my
Yeah.
Like just
No, I
god.
so
knew about the
bizarre.
concerts. I
Yeah,
knew about but I didn't know about that Rock Band shit's crazy. It's
that
like
is kind
the
of fun.
Marvel Cinematic Universe of games, kind of Fortnite. They're
Totally.
really just
Yeah.
you're doing really well.
Did you ever play Fortnite?
You know, I tried it and I just didn't feel like I was good enough to for it to be fun. I also didn't quite understand the like base building
Yeah.
as like
That's crazy.
armor or whatever, like quickly building a house around yourself to like defend you. It's just kind of weird. But I am kind of curious. Like it clearly must have something going on for it to remain popular for all this time.
The only time I ever played, maybe I told you this. The only time I ever like played was when I was dating this guy. And it was the only other time I've ever talked or like used the speaker. And this guy I was dating was black. And so the moment he opened his mouth, people like 5 people called him the
Oh
N-word.
my
And then the
god.
moment I opened my mouth, people just started calling me cunt and bitch. And I was like, what is this game?
God, what is it about like 11-year-old
They just,
fucking gamers
It's
that their concept of like what is funny is purely just say the thing you're not supposed to say?
yeah,
Like
make
there's
as many
some
rape
sense
jokes
to
as you
that, like when
can.
you're trying to do comedy, like there
Yeah.
is something to that, but like literally just saying the fucking bad word is the joke, I guess.
Yeah.
Like it's like,
It's
well, how
I mean,
horrible.
simplistic. God. At least you hope that's what's fucking going on in their brain and not literally like, I hate this race.
They don't even know.
God, it's so insane.
uh,
Man.
that's
But
not
one of
good.
these days I'll go back. I'll go
Yeah,
back and I'll beat these fucking kids.
we
Fortnite
will.
Slurfest.
Yeah, I'm gonna
We
go
will.
through a training montage of getting really good at Fortnite and then just unloading all my anger. And then at the end, I turn on my speaker and I go, fuck you!
Exactly.
Who's the cunt now?
Exactly. I was gonna
As I
say
teabag them.
we could just find their geolocation, just airstrike them all,
Yes, in
systematically
real life.
in real time.
I
Get
have
rid
Swat
of
always
them.
them.
wanted to kill a 12-year-old.
We just got to start giving these kids cool educational games, like the game where you can play as a tarantula in the desert on the Wii. That's if you can fucking master that shit.
Is this a real game?
Yeah. Oh, it rocked. I'm trying to find it. It was this really cool. There are a couple games. There's like been quite a few now. I think there's just recently coming out like a new big one called I think just Ants. I don't know if we talked about it on the pod before, but where you like play as an insect, so you're like in this micro world, and like there's one on the Wii where you play as a spider, I think, and I think you play as like different little like little desert predators. Let me look at that.
I
That's
was
cool.
doing some research on like new games to talk about because I was gonna download one like 10 minutes before the podcast, play it, and then have something to talk about, except for Stardew Valley. But I found one that looks really good. It's not out yet, but it's called like Gecko something. It looks really cute. It's in my wish list now on Steam.
Okay.
Nice.
Deadly creatures. Here, I'm gonna send the link in here.
Check this out. While you're getting that together, did you all play like the Jumpstart games when you were a kid? The educational
What is that?
math and
Oh
did.
yeah. They made like
look at
with
this.
whoa.
Whoa.
where they made you do it in
spooky.
school because they wanted to make learning fun,
Yeah.
but it wasn't fun. It was just different graphics for learning shit. I hated those games.
That's so funny.
Did you play the one where they were teaching you how to type?
I don't know. I don't
Maybe
remember
this
that.
is
The
not.
one we had was like math and English focused.
I think they made me do that at home or at summer school.
Oh, got you.
That's
That's a little.
I'm kind of interested in this game. This looks kind of cool.
These are creatures.
Oh no. I have an
Shake a leg
ad,
to bring-
sorry.
You sent a YouTube.
Now I sent a second one. It's kind of crazy.
It looks fun.
We're for the listeners, we're looking at a video of a video game where you play as a tarantula trying to avoid being eaten by various lizard type animals.
Can we like share video and comment on it, or is that will that not work? What the?
How do you mean?
Like
Oh,
you,
like where you share the screen of the video, and then we can like.
Yeah. Sorry. Here.
Is
Just 'cause
this
then that.
a new game?
No, I think it was like 2000, like probably 2008,
Okay.
2009.
That's good because it looks like shit. I mean,
Yeah,
amazing shit, but that
it was kind
little
of fucking.
Whoa. Brutal.
It was
yeah.
scary to play.
Yeah. And when you're in the desert and a ring of fire locks you into a boss arena.
Look at this shit.
Wait, who's this
fuck.
dude? We got
The
Billy
voice-
Bob
A
Thornton
voice actor
doing
for a fucking
voices?
scorpion?
Dude,
Oh,
this
my
game
fucking-
looks incredible.
Wait, can you guys hear the audio?
Oh, no,
No.
sorry. I
Oh, no.
muted it.
Look at that shit.
Oh my god.
Yeah, this looks legit.
Up with not
And
only
then
is it
the
a very
bosses-
interesting tale involving prospectors digging out in the desert and murder even,
Oh
but it's very dynamic. So as you're playing with the tarantula and the scorpion, you see these huge looming humans in the background, and the tale simply unfolds as they talk. But unfortunately, the humans are used primarily as story devices.
This is
Still, you will enjoy the tale all the way to the end, even if the
very
final act
unique,
feels a bit
interesting
anticlimactic.
game.
As you can no
Yeah,
doubt see,
you-
Rainbow's attention to
it's-
detail carries over to the graphics of the game world itself. This is a beautiful game on all fronts, and I'm talking
My
artistically
ass, what are you
and technically.
talking about?
It really pushes Nintendo's console. The character models are insanely detailed.
This
for
is a
Wii game, just
15-year-old
like some of
video.
these silky
Yeah,
smooth animations
for the
as the
listener,
tarantula strafes
the
around.
graphics aren't
Meanwhile, the
good.
levels are
I know
extremely
this
varied
is
in design,
old as shit,
artistically
but-
rendered and filled with geometry. Just take a
He's
look at some of these
lying.
backgrounds as proof. And every bit as cinematic
Pretty-
as some of the cutscenes are the Scorpion's finishers, using the weird animations
Look at these like Mortal
my
Kombat
God.
around
moves.
enemies.
I
These
remember
moves
doing
are
those
not
moves
easy
as I was
to squash.
like a kid and just
Oh
fucking.
Unfortunately, though, there are some
Put my whole
presentational
cock into
downsides.
it.
Graphics occasionally arrive at the
Dude, I
expense
want
of
to
I could-
download the
There are
ROM
hiccups
of
now
this
again
and
that
try
you're gonna
it.
have to
Let's
contend with
fucking
rapid
do it.
vision.
Just little
The streaming nature of
Sam
levels results
going
in
Oh,
loads of
yeah.
shit on
in
a
areas,
Wii
sometimes as far
remote.
as 5 seconds, and that can
His
really
mom
break the
comes
flow.
in.
The camera system, which is usually pretty good, occasionally catches on a wall and transforms what should
great.
be a simple
Yeah, yeah.
You
No, it's
successfully made me want to play a 15-year-old weird ass game.
Yeah.
this shit was like scary to get through because I mean,
You
God
play
damn,
as a scorpion too?
yeah, you can play as a scorpion.
Various creatures. Wow.
And like, yeah, it was pretty fucking. It was pretty.
It's called
Yeah.
Deadly Creatures. Anyone
Deadly
interested?
cool. You know, the thing that about the game is the thing that doesn't sell it properly is the cover, because the cover makes it look like some kind of like National Geographic. Not really, but like
yeah.
just sort of not really as interesting. Because like the cutscenes with the people are like creepy and kind of
Yeah.
interesting. Could have been if it was marketed a little differently. I think it could have done well.
Yeah, that cover
Maybe it
does
did
not
do well. I don't really know.
communicate what I'm seeing for sure. Yeah, I am curious about this now. Like,
Yeah.
I've never even heard of this. Who made it?
I think I have no fucking clue. I'm talking on here like I know some shit
I
about
just love that
marketing,
Billy
video
Bob
games.
Thornton and
Yeah, I
what's
love
his
it.
name? Can't even remember his name. But
Wait, let's
very
look at.
famous dude.
Oh yeah. Let's top comment.
Yeah, this is one
I
of the
think
most
this is one.
underappreciated games. Ignore my suggested videos. It's always some kind of horrendous like thing that makes me look evil or bad. Damn.
This is a safe
Honestly,
space for
pretty
gamers.
tame. I think mine's just like, look at this pretty animal.
Mine's like, unfortunately, I'll like click one, video about something that's going on in pop culture, and then it's just all culture war, fucking like, like conservative genius destroys liberal college student. I'm like, no, thank you. I want to see that.
Imagine
Thanks.
a modern desert creatures, but like the humans around you in the cutscenes are people fighting the culture war in public.
Just yelling woke at each other.
You're like going around as a spider, and people are like, it's like QAnon versus Antifa.
But they're all
Love it.
cowboys.
There should be a culture war video game.
Hmm.
Didn't the latest Far Cry like have some kind of Trump element or something?
Did it?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Wasn't it? I think the
God.
setting. Let me see.
Oh god. Yeah, there should be something directly about it though, not like
Yeah.
injected into a different game. It should be the American culture war.
I want to play a game where I can relive January 6th. Or you
January
storm the
6th
Capitol.
simulator.
Yes.
Hell yeah.
You get a
Yeah.
There's like a button for taking a shit on Nancy Pelosi's desk.
The tutorial is like you like being like, you've lost your job at the factory. Your misery levels are at 90%. You need to learn how to attack other people who aren't responsible for your problems.
Go to Walmart and find out how to get a gun with a background without having a background check, so they don't notice all of your felonies.
Far Cry 5. I think here, just look at this image here in the chat, and I think it will. I just remember when it was being released, there's some article about it that said that. Swear to God. But I think there was some element of the story that tried to kind of incorporate just the kind of basic, Civil War schism.
Gotcha.
That's just gonna date the game.
Oh yeah.
Just
Trump's all over the file names and stuff. That's funny. Yeah, I think there should be like culture war simulator something. Then you could do your own January 6th for the right reasons.
Yeah.
right. Well, imagine like a game like Heavy Rain, but instead of like the possible outcomes being, finding your son's killer, it's like losing or winning January 6th, and you could choose.
How do you
either
win it?
side.
You win it and Trump becomes president again.
It's like Heavy Rain, so it's like to take the PS3, hold the PS4 controller, and like thrust it to break through the the glass of the Capitol. You guys remember Heavy Rain?
Sounds awesome. I do remember Heavy Rain. It was a big deal.
yeah.
Everyone was like, "This is the future of video games." And it was like a bunch of like quick time event type shit.
Like brush your teeth and shit. Yeah.
Oh god.
Yeah.
It was all quick time events, but I think it was just. I remember the story was pretty celebrated at the time, wasn't it? It was kind of like a
Yeah, I
big,
remember
hyped
getting
up a lot, and
I think from what I remember, it was very hyped up, and then the reaction was like, not as good as we had hoped, but still good. Like it's still a good game. But that was a long time ago. What was that for? Was that like a PS3 exclusive?
exclusive. Yeah,
Yeah.
I think so.
Are you're a you're a PlayStation guy? I'm picking up now because while we were at Brookland, you said your first system was a PS1, and you currently have a PS4,
5.
PS5. Oh my
Rich
god!
motherfucker.
Get a look at the colonies. Look at the colonies that's 5.
He got it when he joined the podcast because he didn't want us to think he was a loser.
Oh, is that it? That giant black box? Ooh, yummy.
Love those.
Man, you're making me hungry.
That's my friend Claire's paint by numbers up there, and then this is.
Whoa.
Yeah, I got it.
Yeah.
I got it used at GameStop.
Is that an all black version?
Yeah.
Whoa. We're looking at Sam's PS5.
It's not fake.
Whoa.
That's beautiful.
You play it on your computer monitor?
Yeah.
That's cool. Never thought to do that.
It's just kind of convenient, so I can really quickly switch from like work to Batman Arkham Knight.
I just sold my bike. I gotta use that wall space for a TV finally.
Hell yeah. You'll be quite, as I was saying a few episodes ago, you'll be psyched about how much, like probably $299, how much TV that'll get you these days. It's pretty sick.
I'm excited. Right now we just have a little puppet hanging.
Put on little shows for each other.
Yeah,
Let's look at some other quick time events. I was going to say the other thing that was at, like the next Heavy Rainer, I think the same people, was the Being Human, whatever.
Yes.
You know what I'm talking about?
I do remember this.
That was like the same. That was like the same kind of shit. Like just updated, newer, but trying to have this like dramatic story.
Yeah.
And it's held together by all these quick time events. But okay, so January 6th, what's the title? Heavy Rain. We got to get something out of this. It'd be like, it's like go like this with the controller to grab the what was that? The speaker podium.
The podium. The
podium. God.
I've watched an interview with that dude, and he was honestly cracking me up. I felt bad he was got in so much trouble.
God.
Oh, wait, is that the guy with the beard? Yeah, the big hat you're talking about? Yeah.
He's like carrying it and waving.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then like one of them is like hold it up here so you can take a selfie and incriminate yourself on social media.
Exactly.
He was saying in this interview, he's like after I picked up the podium to took a picture, and he realized, he's like, my phone exploded with so many text messages that I knew I was in trouble.
You dumb fuck. No shit.
He's like, I had to get a lawyer because I knew
like
I was.
a whole big crime.
It was funny seeing the photos taken of him during like some kind of legal process where he was like all clean shaven and in the suit and everything, and just like looking so afraid.
God.
Oh God, that shit's crazy.
Be careful, y'all. That's coming for all of us. It's not just your enemies that get fucked over by the police now.
I think what happened was they just thought it was Twitch rules, like they thought it was like Twitch streaming rules where like you can just do shit and run away, basically. You can like do a hit and run. You're like, yeah, just check out my Minecraft video I'm making coming up next week. Like you're all good. But then they just FBI's on Twitch too. They got a lot of followers.
They were like, I know our boys in blue will protect us. We're white. We won't get in trouble.
Oh, Lord.
They're here for us, dude.
They're here.
I remember seeing videos of cops being like, brother, I know what you're saying, but I can't.
This is
like there was
extremely illegal.
I feel like I remember seeing some clips of some officers being like semi like, I know.
Yeah.
I know this is bullshit that I have to arrest you for this federal crime, but I guess I have a job to do or whatever.
Oh man.
Crazy
I just would
time.
love to see heavy rain at the Capitol. That's all I'm saying.
Make it happen.
This sounds like
Let's
a
go for it.
great
Everybody
first
sign our
Unity
petition.
project for you to fire
Yes.
up.
100%. Oh, God.
Marshall's trying to get me back into game design, pitching me all these
Yeah,
level
you sent
ideas.
the video though. It looks so good.
Thanks. Yeah, it's super
Yeah, you
fun
gotta
to
play
make.
it.
Huh?
Yeah. You got that on hand quickly, or it'd be and
Yeah, can you
that?
show it to the pod?
Or is it work in progress?
I mean, it's yeah, it's like nothing.
You gonna
basically.
leak it?
No.
It looks so good.
Thanks. Yeah, I don't have it. I'd have to like dig around in my
Oh yeah, that's totally
Google
that's
Drive.
totally chill.
But
Save it for next
I
time.
did post the buildings that I like, the 8-bit like Brooklyn style apartment buildings. I've been posting those around every now and then.
On orange flavor.
I don't think so. I think I just did on my own personal back in the day. That thing's super old. That game is like, or that demo I made was like, I think it's probably like close to 3 years old now. I am someday gonna get back. I am gonna like orange flavor style drop a complete like playable video game someday, but
Yeah.
it's just a lot of things I need to increase my skill levels on before I would feel comfortable. But
Totally.
I think there is I think there should be more funny games. There's not a lot of funny games. Like there's humor inside games, but like there's not a ton of games like the whole point is like it's supposed to be funny all the way through. So I would kind of like to try and make something that is an entertaining, funny
Yeah.
game.
That's
What about-
true. That's kind of sad. There's nothing that funny.
What's that one that
Yeah.
everyone loves with the skeleton characters? And it's
Oh,
like 8-bit.
Oh, Grim
That's supposed to-
something. God, I
So-
have it. I haven't played it yet, but yes, I know what
Because
you're
that
talking
one's supposed
about.
to be like pretty funny, but I guess that's sort of a part of like this larger kind of like RPG, NES, SNES humor, you know? like in the
Grim
Pokemon
Fandango, is that what it's called?
Oh, yeah. That game's so fun.
I gotta play it. I bought like a fancy new version where they like up-res the
Oh.
textures and shit. But I've yet
Oh,
to
this-
play it.
I was thinking of this one that's like it looks like Earthbound, and it has like the one
Oh.
skeleton
Oh.
character. Hold on. I'm
Oh, yeah. What the fuck? All little kids love that shit, but it's supposed to be good. What the fuck is it called? Undertale?
Undertale, yes.
Yeah.
Undertale or whatever.
I actually played a little bit of it, and it was cracking me up, actually.
Yeah, but I guess that's not really like outwardly. You mean like one that's like just sort of like a Conker's Bad Fur Day vibe?
Yeah, I guess so. Like where the enemies in the levels are all designed to like make you chuckle.
Yeah.
But yeah, there are a few.
That one funny?
It has a sense of humor for sure. Yeah,
But it's not like funny.
yeah, but I would put that in the same boat of like trying to be humorous.
All these are so old.
I know. They must not sell. Like nobody must want them.
Well,
So
I
they
mean,
don't make
yeah.
I started these damn sales. They get me every time. I bought what do you call it? NieR Automatica or Automata. You know that fucking action game that everyone was super psyched about. What's it called? NieR Automata? Is that what it is?
I don't know.
No idea.
Am I the only person who's heard of this?
Mm.
It's you've seen the main character in memes, and I'm sure you have. It's NEIR. That should bring it up. Look at what comes
I
up.
found it.
2D.
NieR Automata.
Oh, there we go. Been playing it for about an hour.
Mm.
It's kind of fun. It's super popular, I thought, but specifically, you play as a very fuckable goth robot.
Oh, I see it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
I think
yeah.
that's a big reason why it's popular. Is everyone thought the main character was a babe? Because I don't know anything about it, which is weird. Because it's at least in my feed, it's a popular game, but I don't know anything about the story, which is surprising. Nothing has been spoiled, but it's supposedly got a cool story. But I've been playing. I played through the first like level essentially, and it has like a very weird saving system. So I keep forgetting to like save at certain points and having to restart from the beginning, which is very annoying. But it's kind of interesting. The combat is like, it feels a little removed, and like, I don't know, like there's something about like the Zelda Tears of the Kingdom, or the one before that. That kind of combat, it feels like it feels like you're doing it. It feels like you are fighting with these monsters, whereas this feels sort of, I don't know. It feels like, yeah, it feels like you're watching it happen, even though you're performing the actions. I think it's probably like a Devil May Cry or that kind of a game. It's looks nice, and I'm excited to play more. But yeah, so far not like over the moon psyched about it, which is surprising because I think it has a dedicated fan base for sure. And I think not just because they want to fuck the goth robot girl. I assume it's also because it's a good game.
Right.
Yeah. I bought it for
That's
like
just what gets them
40%
in.
off. Yeah, exactly.
What was that one? The Blade, the one that the really popular one that was on the Xbox, maybe. With she's got
Bayonetta?
Bayonetta. Bayonetta.
Yeah, it does
That was
feel
sort
in
of like
those
I
veins.
remember beating off to YouTube clips of Bayonetta.
Hell yeah.
100%. 100%.
100%.
I think that's the only reason my dad played Tomb Raider.
Could be. Could be.
I remember not liking Tomb Raider as a kid. I thought the controls sucked.
I only played the Tomb Raider where I'm like, Dad, like, I don't know why you like this pixelated butt, but it's not a butt. Like, I know you like watching her run around and jump on shit, but it's nothing.
How soon do you think we advanced from being able to make graphics to being able to make graphics to the point where they can make us horny? Like how
It's
quick
the
do
only
you think that
reason
happened?
there's development in video
Like
games.
10 minutes of just a
I-
desperate genius.
I would bet Super Nintendo era. Like as soon as you could like, or maybe even earlier, because you just need like a good portrait of like a character in like the text box, like while they're talking. I would bet pretty early on, like right after Atari, I would say is probably when people were getting boners for.
Maybe Atari had those like overlays you tape on your TV, you know?
Yeah.
Like imagine, how like there's occasionally like a porno NES game or something, or a porno game. Imagine there's like they just give you the thing you put on your TV and it's just like naked hentai, or they do some kind of 70s like cartoon pussy or something, and they just put it up there.
Hell yeah!
Oh my god. There's gotta have been one, and I bet it's a collector's item.
I bet they make
sure.
like some game controller for like the Xbox. You know those mouse pads where the like rest for your wrist is just like tits? I bet like they should. I mean, if it doesn't exist, we should make it. But like instead, like it's just the nipples or the joystick. And it's really honestly just teaching men how to pleasure a woman.
In order
don't
to
do
turn,
that,
in order to
boys.
turn
That's
your
not-
system on, you have to stimulate the clitoris.
Yeah.
You have to find the G spot, or it's not gonna turn on.
Damn it, you're trying to do it before the bus comes.
Just covered in sweat. Come on, come on.
You're like 11 years old. You're like, God, you're like getting angry and crying because you just lost your baseball game. And you're just like fingering this weird video game console.
Teaching kids how to do the shockers.
And your mom's like, I am going to throw that thing out if you keep having these meltdowns.
I don't know why I even bought you that.
In hindsight, I'm thinking it might have been a bad decision to get you that console that is a naked woman's body without a head. I think that is. You can get the man or the woman version.
Mm.
Yeah,
And both of them are just two dicks.
Yeah.
You're just simultaneously
Yeah.
That's a very funny idea
tickle
to
the
like.
balls a little.
Yeah.
I do
Yeah.
like the idea of like a weird fleshy controller. It's so gross. Like this should exist. This should definitely exist.
I gotta look it up.
We should start there. That'd be a cool artist, someone who makes custom video game consoles that look like bodies with like weird openings. Like a
Just like a slurp noise when you put the DVD
Yeah, like,
in.
Imagine like a
Oh, God.
fleshlight activated on button or something, like you just have to like get, and then it's like if you're not hard enough to have it register, it's like you're not hard enough, like in some robot voice. What's wrong?
Come on, baby. You're not hard enough.
You can change the voice to like any celebrity you want.
Oh, it's so funny.
Uh,
Reminding me of like celebrity voices. The AI voices are getting so good. I follow this meme account that is just he just uses the voices of the Red Scare hosts.
Oh, no.
Oh yeah,
He uses them to like just advertise like weird Chinese like factory equipment, and it sounds so real. It's insane.
I saw that.
It's really funny.
It's just, oh my god, the level 4 compactor is used, and it's just like so, and they do it in their cadence and shit. It makes so
Yeah.
much sense that an AI could do that, though. There's so much data. You just feed them
Yeah,
all,
totally.
the hundreds of episodes, whatever.
What do we got here, Melisande?
All right, this is as close as I could get to a sexy game controller.
I'll accept these German cookie.
Yeah.
Oh my god,
Uh,
that is
That's
incredible.
Amazing. The most
Oh,
Maxim
wow.
magazine shit I've ever seen. For the listeners, we are looking at an PlayStation 4 DualShock controller with like Kmart babe ass decals over top the
two
the,
butts.
yeah, some nice I would say. Oh, she's got handcuffs on.
Oh,
This is an arrested prostitute
Oh
Oh
my
my
god.
god!
pasted onto a DualShock controller.
Oh,
She's grabbing on her butt cheeks. Very sexy, but I
they
agree.
did miss an opportunity to put one of the butt cheeks on the actual
Yeah,
joysticks
totally. Yeah,
It's
this is
to
very.
the side.
This is very like version 0.5. We need like, I want weird grippy flesh.
Yes.
Like you said,
Right.
the control sticks are titties
Mhm.
or nipples. Yeah, all the buttons could be weird skin tags and clumps of hair. And
Now that's hot.
yeah, my version's
Oh my
probably
God.
more disgusting than hot, I would say.
I mean, there's a thing for everybody.
Oh my
I,
god.
for one, am very attracted to skin tags.
Right. You could really go deep with it. There's did you guys? I was thinking of this when you said Maxim. There's this thing called Marvel Max, which was like really violent comics with like adult themes that Marvel did in like the 2000s. And there's this one, I googled it, and it's got this image of Deadpool capturing Osama bin Laden.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
I'm gonna send it in the chat, and it's
So
like you go to that
embarrassing.
article and then you scroll down to see the image. But it is just. But I just remember the Punisher Max comics were
Oh,
kind of like to a fault, weird and offensive. Like it was always like Punisher's hunting some disgusting guy who beats the shit out of his girlfriend and rapes her, and it's like it'll show in detail, like vivid detail, like these rape scenes and like this guy
Oh,
like hitting this
God.
woman and like calling her a whore, but it's always like showcasing this woman's like naked body.
Of
It was like
course.
very like fucked up, and it was like, oh, you're showing that Punisher's like a really good guy because he kills these terrible people, and it's just kind of like this is a little.
No.
Seems like you're indulging in this.
They do it in anime all the time where it's just like, no, it's horrible, but it's
Yeah.
a tool. Where like, isn't this guy horrible for making this woman naked all the time? We're gonna save
Yeah.
her, put some clothes on.
But they're
first-
definitely.
Yeah. But
Yeah,
first, let's. I mean, we might as well enjoy it while it's here. I mean,
It's like, yeah, she's bloody and bashed. She just got hit, but I mean, look at her huge jugs. I drew her amazing jugs and a big ass.
I'm gonna
So,
save
like,
her. Give me a minute.
Punisher's gonna kick the door in, and then he's gonna fuck her. He's gonna fuck her, dude. But yeah, Marvel Max,
Christ.
great times. It was porn for like that's what it was. Like I
Yeah.
remember being like, wow, it's weird that these are the comics that they would keep them in the back, so like it was age appropriate.
Marvel Max.
God.
I remember one time at a local comic shop getting the what we got. We would sometimes like do little jobs, for the guy who owned it because he was cool and chill. And he, well, one time, one of the other employees, not the owner, didn't know that we were like in on this. One of the like younger employees was covering he got the job of censoring the hentai porn tapes because there's like breasts and stuff. And so you could browse them in the normal section, but they had like little stickers over the tits and the pussy and stuff. And this younger employee was like, I got a lot of tapes. If you guys want to help me out, I'm like, that'd be sick. We were just like, let's go, dude. And so we covered.
Best job
Everyone had
ever.
pillows on their laps.
We went through all these blue VHS tape containers, putting stickers over the pussy and the tits.
That's so
Just-
funny.
Just
What a
beautiful.
dream.
What
Dream
a
job.
dream.
I just went to an Easter party where some kid showed me his skateboard and it just was covered in hentai stickers. And I was like, are you trying to impress me or scare me? And he was
That is so funny. How did you react?
I went, oh, wow, you weren't
Oh,
kidding.
tentacle porn. Wow.
I'm gonna laugh because that's all I know what to do.
Yeah, for that's
I
my
mean, I
go-to
wasn't
reaction.
That I was just like, I don't know what you're trying to get out of me.
Yeah.
I get it.
You'll be into this. You have some of these parts.
I'm not gonna show them to you. No, it was
People-
it was fun.
People talk about like wanting success in life, like be it monetarily or family. I just want to like be able to go become a sort of Resident Evil character that can at any time transform into a giant tentacle monster, so I can fuck the shit out of like as many girls as possible at one time. Consensually, of course, we would get some kind of Google Doc going. Everyone could, like they could do Google Forms for organization logistical purposes. But if I could get like 40 to 50 lucky ladies, it would be so cool for me, and I think that's the only way I will feel happy enough to remain like actively living in my life.
That's
So
how
I
I
was
know
just-
I'd made it. Once I hit that, like I'm like a success.
That's when I could finally feel I could kind of chill, you know? Finally
Oh,
chill after
Lord.
that.
There's,
I gotta go soon.
oh, that's all
I'm
good.
sorry.
No, we've been going for a minute here. Let's use that as a break off point.
I didn't mean to interrupt Sam's
No.
pervy talk, but
No.
it's all
I gotta
good.
get them drugs.
I will
That's
say
right.
there is a thing of like skateboard deck decals have been a place for sexy anime girls for a long time. I remember seeing like in the mall at like may have been a toy store, which is weird. Like but yeah, they were like, I remember being like, whoa, that's a really hot girl on a skateboard.
I might get into skateboarding.
All right. Well, do we have anything we want to share before we bounce?
No.
No.
Our toy company, Manila's and my toy company is Maslow. You could follow us at maslow.xyz on Instagram.
Woo!
And I am Melisandosness. Just my name on Instagram.
Hell yeah.
Please go to orangeflavor.fun and check out the comic book I made. I actually sent the cover to a potential person who could hire me for video editing,
Ooh.
and he was very impressed, which made me very happy. But yeah, there's all kinds of fun cartoons and gags and stories in there. And the website itself, if you subscribe, you'll start seeing, getting emails from me with cool new cartoons and sketches and such.
Hell yeah.
And if you'd like to support Extremely Live and Gamers Rise Up, go to extremely.live/donate and throw us some cash. Any donation, $10 and above, means you are a producer of Extremely Live, of Gamers Rise Up, of all the wonderful things we're making here. And we will read your notes live on air. I think that's all I got.
Send Sam some emails.
Send Sam some emails.
Send me an email if you're being, if any injustice has been done to you as a gamer.
Yes. Please.
I can't do any more family court stuff, but anything beyond that's not crossing that threshold, shoot me an email, all lowercase sjvideorg@gmail.com. My professional video editing website email. Thank
We'll
you.
help you out and we'll back you up 100%, no matter
That's right.
how wrong you are.
That's right.
If you're a gamer, we've got your back.